Welcome everybody to Modal Components. If you're here for message components, you're 6 months late and you should get a time machine. Those have been out and they are great, but today we're talking about Modal Components. I am Anthony. You might know me. I'm developer relations at Discord. Sometimes I code, sometimes I write docs, sometimes I build things. I come from like an indie games background. So you'll see me talking in the game dev chat and social SDK spaces a lot. And joining me today is the one and only Advaith.
Hey everyone, I'm Advaith. I'm live from Discord HQ. I'm the intern. I've been working on modal components here, and I'm really glad to show you guys what I've been working on.
Cool. So y'all asked for it. Sorry, I'm going to build up some hype with these silly slides, but y'all have been relentlessly asking for this, and your feedback has been super helpful. We have been hearing it since we launched, message components v2, and Advaith came in and got the chance to build it for y'all. Modal components are here. Yeah, modal components. Sorry for the silly slides. Just a quick, what are modals? So modals are a pop-up that you can show through /commands, through interactions with your bot, through message components. And previously, modal components only had a text input. So if you wanted to show a modal to, get feedback from players or developers or anybody, you basically just got text, right? Like you had to parse through whatever they gave you. And so if you wanted to do, anything special, like say like figuring out a role or time formats or anything really, the parsing was all on your end. And so you only had text input. And so Advaith got the chance to come in and build new modal components for y'all, and he's going to go over some of the ones that he built.
Okay, so first of all, we have a new label component. This is a new top-level layout component for modals, and it's a simple wrapper that takes a component, for example, a text input is what we've had, and it adds label text at top and also a description. We know we've been asking for ways to put more descriptive text into modals because labels have a small character limit and are intended to just be a short explanation of what it's for. So now with descriptions, you can give more information to the user to tell them what to put in the field. Now what you've been waiting for, the meme is finally real. String selects in modals. Just like in messages, you can now include select menus for users to pick between your predefined options. Select in modal supports single select and multi-select, just like in messages, and they must be placed inside a label. So these are similar to the ones in messages. These can select an option, can select multiple options maybe, and you can set up to 25 choices for users to select between. There are some differences from the ones in messages. So string selects in modals have a new required field, so you can clearly indicate whether the user needs to fill this out or not. And currently, we don't support disabling components in messages and modals. And so we're deprecating the use of action nodes in modals. We recommend that you always place text inputs inside a label component. And while in modals, string selects always have to be inside a label component. So label is our new general top-level field for modals, not action nodes. And you thought that was all, but we actually have even more to show you now. What are these? I wonder. There's a bot in chat. So first of all, text displays. There's a display component we introduced in messages in components v2 a few months ago, and now it's the first display component available in modals. So now you can give even more descriptive text in modals to give users more information on what they have to do. Text display supports rich text, so you can use markdown, you can include emojis, including custom emojis, and they even render user mentions. So it's just like message content, but it's in a modal. now we have user selects. So like in messages, users can now see and search for all the users in the server and automatically select them. And this also works in DMs. It'll show you the users in the DMs. And so when the user submits a modal containing user select, we'll resolve all the user and member objects and include them in the interaction data. So you don't need to do any fetches. We just give you all the relevant data. Like string selects, user select supports single select and multi-select. And in modals, they have a required field. And we also have role selects. So you can only use these in servers, and they allow the user to select between all the roles in the server. And of course, we'll resolve the role objects and include them in the interaction data. And mentionable selects. These are kind of a mix between user selects and role selects, and they show all the users and roles in the server. So basically, anyone that comes up when you type @ they're in a mentionable select. And just like user and role selects, we'll resolve the user, member, and role objects, and they can be set as required in modals. And last but not least, we have channel selects. So these can only be used in servers, and they show all the channels in the server. And in the modal, and as well as in messages, you can filter to particular channel types. Like, for example, you can have a channel select that only shows text channels or maybe only voice channels if that's what's useful for your bot. And we'll resolve all the channel objects and include them in the interaction data.
Cool. So we posted a bot in chat. It looks like it's not working for anybody that isn't an admin or a mod, maybe. So that's on me. I think permissions or something might be wrong. But yeah, perms. Oh, you see it as ephemeral. Okay, at least you see it. That's good. So yeah, what you're seeing is, if you're familiar with Mad Libs, is you basically fill out this form with a bunch of stuff, and then it generates a story for you. Feel free, if you get something fun, and you can post a screenshot of what you got. Or yeah, updated perms. Cool. Okay, so now you can see this thing in action. But yeah, basically it's just like a story generator. So it uses some of the new components that we just talked about, and it bullies you. That's exactly right. So yeah, I built this for this event. It's just like a fun way to show off some of the new modal components. Here's a little bit of behind the scenes of it. On the left side is the body of the actual modal itself. So you can see it's got the two string selects, and then a channel and role select. So I don't have mentionable or user select in here. And then on the right side, if you're interested in how it works, there's this really cool library that I'm using called Tracery. And it sort of creates these like grammars and does this like recursive replacing of words that you give it. And so you kind of build up this grammar of like, here's what a user and an adjective and a verb is, and then some more fun ones like a creature, whatever. And then when you tell it, hey, flatten this, like I have structure there, it'll go find that key for the structure and then pick something randomly from there. And then it'll look through that and it'll find, if user's in there, it'll go and randomly select from the user key. So kind of cool way to just like generate stories, and can be like super in depth, but it's a really cool library. So that's kind of how that's working. And then we want to highlight some examples from the community. So Faceboy, who you might all know, is building this modal here that allows you to give custom roles and a name to users in like a level up bot. On the left side, Investigator, building a way to, I believe, set certain channels as places for tickets to go for people to like report things, and set a specific role as the person that needs to look at and deal with those tickets. Another fun one from Lullaby is this one that basically evaluates code. I want to make a disclaimer here. You shouldn't do this on your machine. This is great if you have the bot running somewhere in the cloud, but don't let people send you unsanitized code and run it on your machine, because they could probably do some fun stuff and mess with your machine. But this is a really cool idea, and especially even if you wanted to use this as like a message command, where you could right click like a code snippet and evaluate it and get a message back for like what it does. Another great example from another Anthony, Antuoto, is creating this like modal builder. They have it linked to a bot of theirs. Yeah, and I do know also I think Arvik, who runs the Discord builders, is creating modal support for that as well. So that'll be coming, and we'll probably post about it somewhere when that's ready. And then a little bit about everything you saw. So label and string select is out in a handful of libraries already. Here's sort of what that coverage looks like. Thanks again to Lullaby for keeping all of this information up to date. And then the surprise announce selects and text display are coming along as well. If you don't see a library that had the libraries you use have it, they are all open for pull requests. So feel free to jump in and get those in. And then a quick update on components v2. Things are coming along really well. So I think most of the main languages are covered now, except for Ruby, which I'm still holding out for. But yeah, components v2 are in most major languages. So those are around for y'all to use. Cool. So hopefully that was exciting. We're going to do a little Q&A now. I think if Mika or Mark or anybody saw some interesting questions, or if you all have questions you want to ask, we can respond to some of those. Will we ever get more than 5 fields? Advice, do you want to take that one?
Not right now, but maybe in the future. I don't think we'll be stuck at 5 fields forever, but for now, we're not increasing it.
Are we planning additional modal capabilities in the near future?
Yep, we are working on more things, and we have plenty of plans that may be added eventually. But yeah, we're definitely not done with modals. You'll see more soon. I can't say about any specific components, but we have plenty of plans. So stay tuned for more.
Yeah. Are the labels of text inputs now deprecated? That one I can take. Yes. So we want you to use the label component. We want you to use the label and I forget, is it label description or is it label?
Yeah, label and description and label.
Cool. Yeah. So we don't want you to use action row anymore, and sort of that's the way we want you to handle like labels. So including with text input. Let's see what else. Oh, go ahead.
So someone's asking like if there are restrictions on including certain components. No, there's a limit of 5 components, and those 5 components can be anything you want. You can have 5 row selects, 5 text displays, whatever. Some people are asking about more components. Yeah, we're not going to give specifics on any specific component type, but we have plans.
Doom running in modals? Maybe.
You can do an activity.
Yeah, actually, that's the real answer there. Why was action row deprecated? And does this mean buttons won't be supported? This one, so when we say action row is deprecated specifically for modals, not for messages. So buttons, action row is for sure the way to go in messages. But for modals, we want you to use the label component as the way to wrap components in there. And can you add pages to modals or chain modals?
Yeah, no, we don't support pages currently. Maybe eventually, who knows? But no specific plans right now.
Oh, this one might. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and people asking about filtering user
Yep.
selects and the other selects. We currently do not support filtering to specific options in the user selects, but you can just use string select for that if you have fewer than 25 options. If we add features like that, they will be available in both messages and models, but we don't have plans to update the selects currently.
Do channels allow you to filter what type of channel though, right? That filtering that
Yeah, that's
works.
the one filtering we support. You can select the channel types.
Yeah. And then for mentionable select, does it show all users in the server or only the ones in the interaction channel?
I think it's all users in the server, but we'll need to double check that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's whatever behavior we use in messages.
Yeah, I think there's almost complete parity between the two, right? Like
Yeah,
yeah.
it should act exactly the same.
Cool. And then, can I use the feature right now? Yeah. Okay. So that's a good one. Everything you saw today is out as of last night. We sneakily released it. It's all in the docs. It's all usable everywhere. And the libraries that cover it should already be usable. And if not, they'll probably be merging soon to have those things ready to go.
I see some people asking about changing some components based on other components. We don't support that currently. Each component is self-contained and doesn't do anything until you submit the model. Maybe in the future we'll add support for updating models, but not right now.
Yeah. I saw someone say it's all live already. Yes, it's all live. You can go play with it now. Do we plan to add autocomplete to modals?
I don't know. Maybe eventually.
Sorry, yeah, a lot of the things will be, I don't know, but importantly, let me go to this next slide really quick. We can keep doing some Q&A, but this feedback, we'll post the link in chat too. Like always, please hop in there and give us feedback not only on the talk, but about things that you'd like to see in modal components, in message components, in interactions. That's actually what ended up getting all of this built, is all of your feedback and persistence on it. So I can't, understate how important it is that if you all hop in there and give us feedback on what we're building and what you want to see, and also why is really important. We can start thinking about prioritizing some of these things. See, are there any more questions? Could you add strings or enum values to linked roles?
I don't know. We might do some changes to linked roles in the future, but not right now.
Sure.
Feels like that's the answer to a lot of questions here.
Yeah. Which also, give us feedback. Tell us why you would want that.
Yeah.
Modals and modals also. Launching a modal from a modal. I think at that point you're building a virus. Cool.
Someone's asking, can you set a value? Yes, you can select default values for all components in models.
Why does it say cancel and submit on modals that only have text inputs now? There's nothing to simply.
I think that means text displays.
Text display power, yeah.
And yeah, currently modals are still intended as a submit surface. And we do still see use cases for like modals where you want cancel and submit if it's like okay or cancel. But yeah, maybe in the future we'll have like a modal surface more dedicated to displaying information. But right now they're still intended for the use case of submitting input, even though you could technically have one with only text displays.
Cool. Two more good ones I see. Any plans to make modal support dynamic inputs, like fields that change based on what the user selects?
I think I answered that one already. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, we might add it in the future, but not right now.
And then do modal components work in DMs?
Some of role selects and channel selects will not be supported in DMs because they're not relevant. Text displays, user selects, and mentionable selects aren't currently working in DMs, but we'll get that out later today. And labels and string selects do work in DMs, yes.
Cool.
Someone asked if linked roles will remain supported. Yes, they're not deprecated. We will fix them appearing on the new profiles. That's a bug.
Perfect. Yeah.
Anyone? Oh, cancel event on modals. We can't really guarantee a cancel event because, like, if they just like close their computer or something, we might close the modal without knowing for sure. So that's why we don't do a cancel event. Maybe we'll add something in the future, but like it wouldn't be 100% reliable, I think.
I see emoji picker in Modals. I think you could technically do that with a string select, right?
I mean, you had to put 25 emojis, so not other than that. But yeah, you could. That's a good idea. We might do that eventually, but not right now.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. Also, this was all recorded too, so I think we just linked our YouTube channel. We're gonna put this live sometime in the coming weeks. Oh, the modal builder. So I believe it's discord.builders. It's not, it doesn't have modals yet. I think Arvik is the one building that. As soon as modals are in there, we can let everybody know. I know message components v2 are currently supported in there, and you can get, if I remember correctly, you can get it out as like JSON, as Discord like JavaScript. It's a really cool tool. There you go, Discord.builders. Thank you. The one that we did show by Antuoto is, I think, linked specifically to their bot. But yeah, so Discord.builders will have that support for everybody coming soon as well. And also, don't forget there's that showcase channel. So as you're building things, there are things in there. We'd love to see what you're building. It's also a great way to like talk about what you're building with other people, and then we can see some of the pitfalls of what you're running into. And
yeah, we'd love to see screenshots of all the stuff you guys build. And yeah, thanks for all the feedback on GitHub and everywhere else.